What went through your mind when you first heard that there was an active shooter, and you learned that there was yet another tragedy here in Killeen?
Well, my first thought was I hope no one's going to be injured or killed. And then when it became apparent that there were casualties, it was kind of like, no, how can this be happening to our community again? We had the 1991 shooting by Hennard in the Luby's restaurant where 23 people were killed. In November 5th, 2009, we had the tragedy where Hassan killed 13 people. We've had hundreds of soldiers killed in combat in the deployments to Iraq and Afghanistan, people who are our neighbors and our friends. And to once again be experiencing something where they're home from war at what should be a safe place, and once again killed. It's kind of a symptom of what's going on all over the United States and the world, the violence, and the total lack of respect for authority and what's right and wrong. I don't know what the solution is, but it makes you really both mad and sad. But as a community, we will do everything we can to help Fort Hood, help people get through this. We're available to provide whatever assistance they need. And you know, from having lived here, that this community will do whatever we can to help the soldiers on Fort Hood.
Now, Killeen and Fort Hood are intrinsically connected, not just in an economical partnership, but also just as a community. From the city standpoint, what did you see from as far as city resources coming out here and helping out with this incident?
Well, we reached out immediately with regard to any police assistance they needed, and I know we have provided some technical support. We assembled all our ambulances that were not in service to make those available if needed. We've extended our hand in any way we can. As you know, the gates were closed where nobody could get in or out for quite a few hours. And along with the Red Cross, the City of Killeen set up a shelter where we could have a place for people to go who lived on Fort Hood but couldn't get on post. So that was what we could do at the time. You know, today and over the next few days, I'm sure we will reach out to the families, do whatever we can to assist.
Now, you yourself are a veteran, correct?
Yes, I served in the Army. In fact, I was stationed here after I got back from Vietnam in 1971. So I'm a veteran and been very active in veteran organizations.
So with that in mind, this tragedy must affect you not just as the mayor of the city of Killeen, who works with Fort Hood very, very closely, but also just as an individual, as an ex-soldier.
Yeah, these are great people. The 1% that serve in our military, and they put their life on the line for us when they go to combat. And you would hope that they would have a safe place to live when they come back. And so as a veteran, I look to these folks, and it just makes me so sad that they have to lose their life as innocent people in a senseless shooting. They had their whole lives in front of them.
Now, the initial word from Fort Hood was that this person was going through some sort of possible diagnosis process, possibly. I'm assuming PTSD is being, put out there. So I'm just wondering what your reaction to that is, knowing that that he might have had mental health issues.
Well, he had self-reported traumatic brain injury and had some issues that he was dealing with and seeking psychological help. That's what the military wants soldiers to do who are facing anger issues or whatever their problems are. Sometimes they get back from deployments and they're having family issues with children or spouses. So the military is very actively encouraging those people who are having those problems to seek treatment. If, for example, as soon as they sought treatment, they were put on a database where they couldn't buy weapons or get concealed carry permits or things like that, that would be a disincentive for those people to go seek treatment. So it's a difficult issue to deal with in situations like this where there's been no final diagnosis. So I don't know how the military is going to deal with that in the future. They want these people to seek treatment. We don't want to do anything that would keep them from doing that.